What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Apocaflix Now here on a fabulous Friday night. As you can tell, I am not your normal co-host here. My name is Jake Berlin, not Jacob Bartley. He is out tonight. It is his birthday. If everyone can head over to social media in any capacity and send him some love, we really, really appreciate that from our end. From us, happy birthday, Mr. Bartley. Miss you on this one, especially it being a watch-along.
Happy birthday, Jacob.
You're fun to be here, but you deserve a night off to go hang out with your lady, because I know exactly what you're doing on this night. So for now, they're out to dinner.
Gio, you and I. Okay.
They are out to dinner. He texted me. They're doing their thing on dinner. They're having a nice Friday night off, which is nice. So
are we going to happy birthday to another person?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Gio Ramos, his birthday is on Sunday. Happy early birthday, bud, from the stream.
Thanks, guys. This is my gift right here. We get to watch the greatest comic book movie.
Oh, goodness. Here we go.
This is the best gift we can give
you already started it on Twitter. You saw my tweet. I said it might be the greatest and you corrected me. You tried to correct me anyway, being that it might be the greatest comic movie of all time. I'm sure that discussion will come up at one point or another here during this watch-along.
I'm sure.
But what a fun crew we have here. So it's myself, Brian, and Gio. We're here to do the Dark Knight watch-along. And we changed the format of the show since our last watch-along. We are now officially on Tuesdays and Fridays. And so we don't have to do things before we do the watch-along anymore. We go straight into this movie. We're going to be breaking it down, spending the entire show watching this, discussing it, getting into random conversations that pop up during it. And so if you are currently watching or if you're doing on a replay, the movie is available on Hulu. If you have a Blu-ray, obviously. Nice, Brian. Nice.
I changed my name.
If you have a Blu-ray, just pop it in. We're currently sitting at 000. The movie is 2 hours, 32 minutes long, and 9 seconds. And I will have a stopwatch as we go along. I'll pop it in maybe every 15 minutes or so. That way everybody knows exactly where we are. If you're watching live and you want an update on where we are, just send it in the comments. We'll make sure to throw it up there. But boys, 2008, The Dark Knight, the Christopher Nolan classic with Christian Bale as the lead, Heath Ledger obviously as a Joker. An incredibly powerful film, not just in the comic book realm, but movies in general. Heath Ledger tragically passed away, obviously, before the release of the film. And then he was nominated as a Best Supporting Actor in the movie for the role of Joker, undoubtedly being the greatest Joker to ever be in the role. I'm very excited to watch it because I haven't watched it in length in quite a while. It's been a while for me, and I'm very excited. I know that this was Gio's pick when we did the poll, and there was no way it was going to lose. I mean, there was no way it was going to lose.
I thought I had a chance. Apparently not.
I'm very happy because, like I said, it pops up on like TNT or something sometimes. I'm able to catch this scene or this scene, but I haven't really watched it in full in a while, and so I'm very excited. Gio, being the DC guy here, you must be stoked, man.
Oh, dude, this is the movie right here. Maybe one other movie on HBO Max, but this is the movie right here. It's incredible how much the marketing like completely 180'd everyone's thoughts about Heath Ledger as the Joker, and this is one of those movies that you remember watching it in theaters. Like I remember where I was, which theater I went to, and where I was sitting watching this movie, and the many times I saw it after that. It's just incredible, man. I can't wait.
Brian?
Yeah, it's funny because I don't remember seeing it in theaters. I remember Batman Begins just because that was my first ever IMAX movie. So like, it's funny to me that I feel like the only thing I remember, which I could be just making this up, is the very end of the movie, well, I feel like I'm spoiling it, but it's obviously where he's hanging there and just going, damn it, I wanted to see another one. And it just sucks that we didn't, because who knows where this would have gone. But at the same time, like, I'm very appreciative of what I got. And it almost kind of like makes the movie that much like more special because it's like this was the work he put into, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, he's the first ever person to win a award for a comic book movie.
Yes.
So I mean, that goes to show like it's incredible, but it just a bummer to know like we'll never know what the vision really was going to play out to be. But like I said, at the same time, kind of makes it a little bit that much more special because it's like, wow, that was perfect, absolutely perfect. And
So I was going to say,
I do remember to what Gio said, and I'll never forget. It's funny, I don't remember the movie, but I do remember when I first heard that he was Joker, and I went, are you kidding me? Him? Joker? And I don't think I've ever eaten a bigger pile of crap in my life than being like, just like so against him, and then just being like, wow, there's no one going to be any better than this ever. So it's, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say that it feels, and it's sad, obviously, but it feels more special because Ledger passed, right? It's a movie that will never be forgotten for more reasons than it just being an incredible film. That has a little bit of a not a dark cloud, but just a cloud over, right? It sits over it, and it's always going to stand out in this genre in film because he passed before it was released, and then his performance was just absolutely bonkers. And we'll get into it for sure. I don't want to talk anymore, obviously, because we're going to talk about it as the movie goes along. But if we have no more final thoughts, gentlemen, we can get right into this puppy and sit down and watch this beautiful, beautiful film if you guys are ready.
Let's do it.
Yeah, but
Perfect.
I see Brian is in here from...
Oh, yes. All right.
you.
So real quick, Rachel, happy birthday to Gio. Thank you.
Thank
Anthony,
you.
thanks for popping in. And Brian, hot take here. Joaquin's Joker is better than Heath Ledger. Interesting. Hey, thanks for popping in over from POV to Apocaflix, man. We really, really appreciate it. Hot take. We might discuss that through the movie, though. I'm sure Gio's got some thoughts on that one.
Actually, that is something I would actually really like to hear Gio's opinion.
Maybe we'll do maybe that's one of the ones, the versions we do a versus on, that long coveted show we've talked about for so long. But with that said, let's go and pop in this. If everybody's ready, we're starting at 000. If everybody's good to go, we can press play in 3, 2, 1, play.
All right.
I got the blue waves going for the Warner Brothers logo.
Yep.
All right. Gio, I just ordered my blue light glasses, man. I need them.
Light filters right
I
here.
really want a pair, but they don't obviously...
Rachel coming to Gio's defense.
I wonder if they make like clip-ons over the top of mine.
Yeah, I need a pair bad.
I do too.
Being on how much I'm on the computer, I need it bad, especially at work too.
Yep.
Bro said Joaquin's Phoenix is better than Heath Ledger. Just like that, huh? Not even a conversation. Not even a...
He's one of our favorite loyal POV watchers, as well as Rachel, obviously. Oh, beginning.
All right, so I'm zooming into the building, you guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, how the music gets louder. Man.
Yeah, it's the music in the movie is incredible. I have it on my score playlist.
Dude.
I just learned the other day that
Spider-Man 3 poster. There it is, right there in the background.
You're right. Good call.
Oh my God. Well, now I just learned another thing. But I was gonna say, I just learned the other day that the reason for these masks were to pay homage to my God, what's his name?
Caesar.
You're talking about the original Caesar Romero?
Caesar Romero's mask.
The way the thing that stood out for these movies is just the way that they were all shot. They feel very small budget indie style, right?
Robert Adams.
Look at Robert's here. Hey, Robert.
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for joining, bud.
What did Robert say? I like trying to pick out which window will. I would get it wrong every time.
This scene, although it's not an action sequence, it's
Okay.
incredible. I started it. Yes, here we go. Here we
right.
go.
We had this debate on Nerd Nation
I
about
wasn't
whether
on that
this
episode,
is
so
an
I had to do
action
it here.
sequence. Okay.
So you have no opinion.
There are guns. There are grenades. There are good guys. There's bad guys. There's ziplining. There's shooting. There's school
That
buses.
doesn't make it an
running over
action
people.
sequence. You called it the bank scene is an action sequence. It's not an action sequence.
This is a sequence of events
Rachel, I agree.
happening right here.
That's thanks to this man.
Jake's literally gone podcast.
Here you go, Gio. To your defense.
Yeah, Rachel.
There is action, there's good guys, and there's bad guys. Well, yeah, I don't know. There's bad.
It's not an
there's
action
people,
sequence,
actually.
Gio. If you keep talking, you're probably going to talk yourself out of it being an action sequence.
No, look at William Fitchner just shotgun killed some
that doesn't
guy.
make it an
Henchman.
action sequence.
He's one of those faces that you just see in like every movie, and you're like, oh, he's in this movie too.
I'll always know him as the pilot in Armageddon.
Yeah.
Yes. Great call. Great call. I love this shot. Close up on the mask. Oh, so good.
Dude, this
The movie could have literally
action
ended
sequence
right
is
there.
crazy because they
Gio, it's
start
not
picking
action.
each other
Gio,
off.
it's not action. It's not action.
Okay,
You're
look.
not going to talk me out of it.
Bro, he shoots a guy right here. How's it not action? Boom.
Oh wait, it was this one I was going for. Robert, I'm really starting to not like you. I'm really starting to not like you.
That means I'm liking you a lot more than
Thank you,
Robert.
Robert.
And to all of our points, yes, he needs to be in more. Agreed.
Well, when you walked away, I said he's one of those people that he's in every movie, and the people go, "Oh, it's that guy," and then you never like know his name, which is unfortunate.
Boom, action right there. School bus ran over a guy.
School's out.
Fucking Joker's so manipulative, man. I remember being in theaters. I was so caught up in this moment. I didn't realize he put a smoke grenade in his mouth. I thought it was just. I thought the grenade was going to go off for whatever reason. I mean, it doesn't make any sense logically, but I just thought it was going to go.
I just love this part.
Then boom, the reveal. Oh man, Jesus!
I get chills. How the volume just goes stranger.
Watching this over again makes me really upset that all of it happened, that he died. Not just because of seeing him as Joker again, but just seeing him in general, what he could have done as an actor. You kidding me?
He was.
You kidding me? He was like, he would have, and I know that this is hard to say because we don't know. He would be on the level of Leo right now if he was alive. I'm not afraid to say it.
He would
probably
yeah.
say it.
Yeah, no. He told. I think he would have developed and passed Leo, but
You'll never beat me, even if I'm down.
Yeah, it's Rachel.
Wait, ready?
fight.
Wait, here's a quote. Never tell me the odds, Rachel. Never tell me the odds.
Rachel, trust us. It's a losing fight. Oh God, he would absolutely be one of Hollywood's leading mans right now.
Robert, don't back down.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, no, Jake, I completely agree with you. I can only imagine what he would be doing right now.
Batman suspects. Oh, yeah. Abe Lincoln, the Bigfoot.
Dude, the way this movie gets into the corruption of the GCPD, man. It's underrated, man. It's awesome. And Gary Oldman as Jim Gordon, man, awesome.
Volume.
How good do you
Right.
think Matt Reeves is going to do the GCPD in his movie too? The corruption on that side.
Dude, I can't wait for the HBO Max with Terrence Winter. I started watching Boardwalk Empire. What?
I don't care for the GCPD. They just finished Gotham. Like, give us some time. You know,
No. This ain't no Fox, local TV type show, man.
It's like Gotham just finished. I don't need more GCPD stuff. I don't.
You say that now, man.
I love the Scarecrow. He went from an obscure to one of my like.
Well, it's Cillian Murphy too.
I know, but like the way they did it, like just all he is a freaking bag over his head.
Which I had no idea who Cillian Murphy was until Christopher Nolan and Batman.
Really? Oh, he's got some. What?
Peaky Blinders.
Is that? Yeah, well, Peaky Blinders. But what is that plane movie? Is it Red Eye?
Yeah, with Rachel McAdams.
That is a guilty pleasure movie of mine that he's in. Oh, Gio, watch that. Maybe I'll challenge you to it.
Oh, look, maybe this is where Zack Snyder got the fact that Batman uses guns. Maybe from this scene.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go. You're poking the bear tonight.
Oh, we can get into that discussion. Okay.
I really wish Jacob and Keith were here for this one, man. This is so fun for me just to keep doing this. It's so fun for me.
First off, he was not Batman when he was using guns. He was a shell of himself.
Oh. I wonder if I said that in the script. He is not Batman. He's a shell of himself.
Well, if you pay attention and watch the movie instead of having it,
I can't pay attention to bad movies.
Never mind.
He's literally trying to get your goat so hard tonight.
Agreed, Robert.
Yes.
Agreed, man.
Mm-hmm.
He did audition for Batman, did he? Didn't he audition for Batman, Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, I think so. That's usually what happens. A lot of these people usually they audition for the big part, and they're like, "Well, we like you, but we really think you'll kill it as this character."
Well, that's like that reminds me of yeah.
Thank you. Yes, exactly, Rachel.
I'll agree. I mean, he definitely became very well known from this.
All right. Can I just say, this isn't a negative for The Dark Knight, but watching Ben Affleck kick ass as Batman and fight all those people in the warehouse, and then watching Christian Bale fight, it just I don't know. Like,
I will say this, and it might be a hot take. I don't think the action sequences in these movies are as greatly shot as they could have been. Personally, they were shot way better with Zack Snyder. I agree by that.
That's one call it a nitpick about Christopher Nolan's Batman movie.
He's an incredible storyteller. But the way that he had Batman fight is very stiff. It's a very stiff way of fighting. It's not fluid, like it's very just mechanical movements, and it makes him look like he can't move in the suit. That doesn't take away my experience from the movies at all, but just imagine what we would be saying about these. Like for example, the perfect example is the Bane Batman fight in Rises. Imagine if that was shot without the mechanical movements of Batman. Like, oh my goodness.
Okay.
We're all promoters of the Batfleck here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's coming back next month. I'm telling you, I'm putting money on it.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. Did the way they switched Batman's voice in this movie bother any of you when you watched it?
No.
Because that was kind of a parody thing on the internet.
I think that was like, I mean, it's not something I thought about.
He is such a good Alfred. Such a good Alfred.
Uh-oh, Gio. Uh-oh.
I'm telling you, Rachel, go check out.
Rachel's a
Rachel,
DC
what is
fangirl.
this? You're
What
not
are you doing?
turning to
Rachel.
the dark side.
Hey, I wasn't wrong about the Snyder Cut, and I'm not wrong about Batfleck. I'm telling you.
Oh, I cringed during this part.
Mobile Batcave, awesome,
Ugh.
awesome. I love when the suit comes up too. When we get to that scene where it pops up on the floor, so good.
Ugh.
That's one thing. Yeah, that scene is just terrible.
Big time.
That's one thing that Nolan does very well with all of his films. He's very creative with certain things, right? For example, in this scene, how the Batsuit's underground. It's just an empty hangar. You know, in Interstellar, there were plenty of those moments with the ships or the characters or whatever it may be. He's very creative with certain things that happen in the film that make it feel real.
Rachel's hot take that she just dropped. I feel like they don't know what to do with him. Because Henry Cavill's Batman was
Are you talking about
Superman?
Brandon Routh as Superman? Because I know you're not talking about Henry Cavill as Superman.
Yes, Gio, she is. Come on. Look, I think everything they've done with Superman at this point is great. They just haven't given enough of him. That's the problem. There hasn't been enough of him to this. He's supposed to be the Iron Man of the DCEU. He's supposed to be the leading guy, the one front and center of these movies.
I agree, Jake. The problem is people want people what? Okay. Christopher Reeves. People want the Superman that they saw growing up. The Christopher Reeves, the True Justice and American Way, the I'll fly around the world in reverse time. That's boring. I'm sorry, but a character who can literally do anything and becomes his own Deus Ex Machina, that's boring. What Zack Snyder did made Superman not as powerful, kind of, gets his powers from the sun. Like, that was a big emphasis in Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. The fact that he could have his hearing, but he can't hear from here all the way to Hong Kong. Like,
Gio, can I stop you
boring.
just for a second? Just for a second. This scene right here is where I freaked out because I thought they were going to turn Two-Face right now. Because in one of the comics, he does this, except instead of a gun, he throws the acid in his face.
I would have agreed, except I think in the second trailer, you see when he falls and then the barrel of
I think that's why they did it though, Brian. It was like a little nod to the comics, probably.
Probably. That would make sense. Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I just didn't want to talk after.
No, that honestly, look, that's what these are for. If we come to scenes or moments, we kind of have to speak up, because they're going to go by quickly, right? And before we get on anything else, I do want to show this just to make sure everybody knows where we are. Right here, we're at 15 minutes in. I'll leave it up for here about a minute or so.
Jake, can't you just do the 4 screen and just leave it up permanently?
No, it would have to be on a separate computer.
Got it.
Yeah. That's not exactly where we are, where everybody is. We're all around that, probably within like 5 to 10 seconds of each other. You don't have to be exact, but I'll throw it up every 15 minutes or so.
Gio, feel free to finish what you were saying. I didn't mean to stop you right now.
I'm going to say, okay, Rachel, and this is my promise to you. Before the year ends, one of these watch-alongs will be Man of Steel.
For the year end? There's only going to be 5 more.
Hey, I'm on a winning streak right now, okay? So
Fair.
I just gotta drop it into the right place. Like maybe after
I'm gonna give Gio a streaming service he doesn't have. That way he can't pick a movie because he keeps winning.
Disney Plus.
You're not giving me no Apple TV.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you something that way your movie doesn't win.
Dude, you're gonna give me Peacock. I'm like, God damn it.
Okay, I will say one thing. She's not on the screen right now. I think Maggie Gyllenhaal was better than Katie Holmes.
I agree.
Nope.
I agree.
Nope.
I agree.
Nope. Katie Holmes.
I disagree. I don't know. It's funny. I can't really tell you why I don't like Kate. I think maybe I didn't take Katie Holmes as serious as Maggie Gyllenhaal did. She brought like a more like serious tone than Katie Holmes, in my opinion. Jake?
Anybody have any thoughts here on Rachel's comment?
Oh, sorry. The story could have been better with the old ones, sure.
I agree. I think you're shortchanging Man of Steel, though, just a little bit. I think you are. But my whole thing is, I like that they grounded Superman. They made him relatable. You know, it's just we're gonna watch a Man of Steel. We're gonna watch Man of Steel. I promise, and we're gonna talk more about this.
God, the mentor characters that they picked for, or actors that they picked for Batman, best two choices you could probably have gone for Alfred and Lucius. Morgan Freeman, God, he's so perfect for it. So perfect.
They were great in Now You See Me as well.
I have heard this movie come up more than anything lately, and I have yet to see this movie.
You got to watch that one, man. It's good. It definitely doesn't get the love that it should. It's a fun
It's funny
movie.
because Josh never really tells me anything about movies. He was flabbergasted that I hadn't seen that movie, and I was like, what is this movie? Molly!
What's up? Thank you.
Yeah!
Sorry, Gio. Everybody's against you on this one, man.
Hey, I don't mind losing the Katie Holmes argument, but Henry Cavill's Man of Steel, Zack Snyder, that's mine.
Oh,
Really?
interesting. There you go, Robert.
Okay, that's fair. Molly,
Wait, real quick. Robert, let us know why. I want to know why you're not a fan of him. Is there a specific reason, or is it just because he's a little older? What is it that you don't like about him? And yes, Freeman is fantastic. Agreed.
Dude, Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne in this scene right here, he's just you're in the ballet.
I've always said it. Christian Bale is the best Bruce Wayne.
I will agree.
Ben Affleck is the best Batman. But Michael Keaton is the best combo. He's the best of both when it comes down to the balance factor. So it's split between the three of them. But I do think Christian Bale is the best Bruce Wayne we've ever gotten. Ben Affleck being the best Batman because the way he was portrayed, right? A little older, more beaten. But if you're talking about the balance factor, who's kind of has just the best of both, it's Michael Keaton, in my opinion.
Where does Clooney and Kilmer fall into that?
Nowhere close, Gio. Come on.
Good answer.
Is that the first time we've ever agreed on something?
Probably. DC related? Probably.
Yeah.
Physical appearance? I mean,
He just, to me, he embodies the Bruce Wayne.
and 100%. But if you're talking someone in the bat suit, it's Ben Affleck. Like,
well, no,
he's a bigger dude, and I know they amped him up, obviously, but he's just a little bit of a bigger dude.
To Rachel's point, they were clearly adapting the Frank Miller Batman for
exactly.
Batman.
Yes.
So different kinds of Batmans.
Agreed. All right, we have an answer from Robert here. I have my own idea of Alfred should look and sound due to the comics, the 90s cartoon, and Michael Goff's performance in the 90s movies. Michael Caine doesn't, and that's fair. I guarantee you he's probably not the only one.
Sorry.
Yes, I saw that. I really don't like Jeremy Irons as Alfred.
See, I love everything Jeremy Irons does.
I disagree with it. I do like Jeremy Irons as Alfred for sure. I think him and Ben Affleck were actually pretty cool together.
Okay,
Jeremy Irons.
No.
No,
that was
nipples on bat suits. Say again, Gio?
No, that was Clooney. Clooney was bat nipples.
Yeah, bat nipples was Clooney.
I disagree.
Hold on, guys. We gotta kind of pause for a second just to watch this scene. This is like a scene.
I do remember seeing this in theaters and my jaw dropping.
This is like, yeah, we have to watch. I gotta watch this scene.
Okay.
For those of you who are, watching or listening, we're currently at the mob meeting in the kitchen where Joker is about to show up for the first time.
Second time.
Sorry, yes. Yeah, you know what I mean, though.
Michael
I
J.
literally,
White.
I cannot look at him the same, the Lau, because of that Schmodown question. Excuse me.
Come on. Here, and while we're watching this, I'll throw this up for you guys. This is where we currently are at the movie.
Yeah, Molly, for sure.
I think we can say this in any Nolan film ever, right? He's probably the best at using an IMAX camera. Oh my goodness, this scene.
Yeah, he's the guy for sure. The pencil.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Do you remember watching that in the theaters for the first time?
Oh my dude. And I gotta say, from an athletic standpoint, the accuracy to stick it where you want to. Are you kidding me?
I remember looking to my friend and going, did it just go in his... God, his face.
And look, when you look at the Joker's face, you don't see Heath Ledger.
No.
You see the
Joker.
The brilliance,
you see the
masterpiece
pain
that he's created. It's just, oh man.
You see the pain through his eyes because half the time you can't see his mouth because of the pain. And that's how good he was, right? It's all work from the nose up because that paint a lot of the time covers his mouth. And the way his eyes work, it's phenomenal.
As far as the time,
I know the squealers when I see him, and oh man.
So, Molly's, that's so awesome.
I thought the screen was too big.
There's no such thing.
There's no such thing as a screen too big. It's weird looking at another Heath Ledger movie. You cannot see it all. At all. Yeah. Yeah.
I will say, A Knight's Tale will always hold a special.
100%. Let's do a watch along to that. That's coming on Netflix this month.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let's
do a watch along to that. And that soundtrack, bonkers good.
So that movie, like,
we will rock you.
I love that. Is so cool though.
That's awesome.
Wait, we went and saw It too on my birthday, and I didn't get It cake.
We paid for your dinner that night, bud.
Did you?
Yard House, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, even his outfit's just badass. Like
the purple and the green stitching and the way that it looks like a snake skin, the vest.
I just love it because everything is so real. There's no...
Well, it's the most grounded take on a superhero you'll ever see.
Absolutely. There's no...
And that's the point of it.
I know, and that's why I think it makes it that much better. People can't say, "Oh, there's digital." Da, 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 da. It's literally just it is what it is. Ugh, Molly, you kill me.
Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch up as soon as I can.
Thanks for your hot takes.
Oh my gosh, Robert, yes.
Oh,
yes. Are you kidding
one?
me? Yes. If they have one, I just pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it right this second. Yeah. Thank you.
You know that BSG was a dig at you, right?
Yeah, I know. She's rubbed it in my face that she's watching it. She's probably going to surpass me at this point.
Gio, we were watching Battlestar Galactica for the first time.
Nice.
You're like, okay.
Whoa.
Oh,
there you go.
One. Ooh. God damn it. I'm going to eventually get caught into these stupid Hot Toys. Crap.
If you find a Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor, let me know.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, of course. Come on now.
Thank you. Sometimes I can't tell.
Only Jacob would say that. Jacob's the only one who likes that.
God, I love his suit. I love it. I don't care what anyone says. Best Batmobile?
Which one? This one, the Tumbler?
Oh, yeah. He's asking which one is the best. I
like the Tumbler.
I mean, I honestly, I really do like the Batmobile because it's like a souped up version of the classic one. But I got to go Keaton. I think Keaton's Batmobile it embodies what the Batmobile is.
Mesh.
Huh?
I'm trying to think.
What'd you say, Gio? The mesh? What'd you say?
The Batfleck mobile was kind of a mesh of like different ones together.
It was, yeah.
I know I'm gonna get poo poo for it. I'm a fan of the Val Kilmer one.
Oh goodness!
Because that was the one I grew up with. So
no, see, I understand that though. See, as a kid, I was like, "Yeah, that's awesome," you know.
I had it, and it was. I'm pretty sure it turned into a plane too. So it was like,
great point. I forgot about that. Great point. Tim Burton just decided to go a little too far.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. The 66 Batmobile.
Oh, that. It's just a car.
Batman.
And we just got demonetized for that.
Yeah.
I legitimately thought they were gonna show him.
Again, not a negative, but when I watch this scene, knowing just how much Michael J. White can kick ass, I just, I don't know. I think he can take Joker.
Gio, this is the comment you're waiting for.
I'm not a Spawn person.
Hey, there you go, man. Okay.
God, the line that changed.
It was such a good Spawn too.
Changed it forever. Why so serious?
Man. Oh, I wish they would have showed what he did to Michael J. White. But PG-13, kids.
Just these simple things like this, like Joker legitly breaking a pool stick and saying fight over it, like that is such a Joker thing.
We only got one spot left. Make it fast. Man.
Little subtle advertisement for Canon.
It was clearly made for IMAX. I mean,
if Michael Bay is watching this, that's the way you do an advertisement.
Jumping out of a plane or jumping into a plane.
Or you don't just throw 50 gallons of Bud Light bottles onto the street. while
No,
the characters are running through it.
the worst offender was that Power Rangers movie.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
That one was
That was
bad.
bad.
The Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, something about product placement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the most egregious ones.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg with the Bud Light.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
In his first Transformers movie, yeah. They run into a Bud Light truck and it just goes flying everywhere.
What about your hate on Turkish Airlines and Batman v Superman?
Oh god.
I wouldn't have hated on that if Warner Brothers didn't physically release Turkish airline ads.
The one where Bruce Wayne was awesome. He's walking out of
Geo.
Wayne Tower.
Chio.
That's totally him.
Chio.
Bruh, you gotta fund the movie, man. Revenue.
Robert, what?
Yeah. Those movies needed the extra revenue.
Yes, Warner Brothers was idiots at the time.
Look at there's another Canon one there too.
That sonar technology
Genius.
reminded me of Daredevil. Coincidentally, also starring Ben Affleck.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
They did that, how he
Bang.
sees. Yeah.
All right, this is where we are. Everyone watching, I know we got one more viewer in there popping in. Thank you for joining us. This is where we currently are. We're around it. Each of us are at probably a little bit of a different point, but as long as you're probably around the 10, 15-second mark around us, it's easy to follow along. We're currently watching Bruce Wayne, who's about to jump off a building as Batman in China. This is the scene we are currently at, and this is the mark we're currently at with this dope skydiving suit that he has.
And dude, just again, this movie was made for IMAX.
That was so true. What Robert said, how Sony puts Sony everywhere. It's so true. You never see more Sony stuff than in the Sony.
Dude, these sticky grenades, now that's a sticky grenade right there. That's
a Call of
awesome.
Duty grenade.
Oh, that's amazing.
Hey, Robert's right about the Sony on Sony stuff.
He is, yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man 2, when Andrew Garfield fell asleep in his attic and he webs his phone like it's a Sony Ericsson phone.
It's probably all over Venom too, I'd imagine.
Probably.
Being one of the more recent big budget movies for them.
Oh, dude. So beautiful, man.
God, this makes me wish we would have went 1, 2, 3.
It makes you this scene is like, it makes you believe that how he does it, this is how Batman flies, right?
Oh, 100%.
His wings are parachute-esque, and he has to jump from high parts of buildings, but he can also glide in them like a glider could. And typically in a lot of Batman movies, they don't do that. They just kind of make him fly without really thinking of the actual effects of it or how it happened in real life. Again, it goes back to the grounded discussion we had. It all feels extremely grounded compared to any world we've ever seen in comic books. The closest I can think of is the Captain America movies, personally. Those are outside of the super soldier serum. Those are incredibly grounded, especially when you get to something like the Winter Soldier.
Oh, dude, Winter Soldier, man. Absolutely.
And even like the perfect comparison would be Falcon, right? With his suit. They made it a mechanical suit where they used it as soldiers. And that makes you believe that he could fly.
Falcons was one of the most genius moves.
100%.
It went from this dorky looking suit to like, oh, that's a brilliant way of doing it. Hey, Jake.
What's up? Is that the hot toy? Your phone went. Dude, that's amazing.
Oh, crap. It's on a moving.
My goodness, that's amazing.
Dude, the police are like,
my birthday's coming up.
dude. The police are like, what the hell is Batman doing in China?
Yeah.
Right? Right.
Sovereign City, his ass.
The Hans Zimmer theme for Batman is just incredible. Just incredible.
Chinese
Unfair
government
how
probably
good it
calls
is.
the U.S. government like, hey, what gives with Batman? The U.S. is like, I don't know.
Oh my god. He comes with a pencil and a table.
He probably comes with a pencil, not the table.
It's a little table.
That's amazing.
I'm good with calculations.
So, Gio, you're saying you would rather have Katie Holmes in this role right here?
Yeah. What's the problem with Katie Holmes?
I just
don't think she could have done the job that Maggie Gyllenhaal did, personally.
I don't know.
Great call.
It's fair. Interrogation table. That's what it is. You know, I will say Aaron Eckhart doesn't get a lot of love, but his Two-Face was pretty freaking.
He's a sorely underrated actor. I like him in a lot of things.
And I mean, Gary Oldman is perfect as Commissioner Gordon.
This is a conversation a lot of people have, Rachel. A lot of people go back and forth between Batman Begins and The Dark Knight.
True. One of my good friends from home likes Batman Begins better than this.
Agreed.
I haven't seen that.
Don't worry. They're coming too.
I love how he's still trying to eat, knowing he's going to be arrested. Like, just put your stuff down.
I would do the same.
You know how much that meal cost?
Oh,
You know how much money they have? Like, it's a $5 meal to them.
the
You
Joker.
can't let it go, man. Still, you can't waste a good steak. See, that's how you do humor in DC movies. Yeah.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
I remember loving.
Come on, Jake, say it.
I couldn't tell you his name, but the mayor, because he was in Lost.
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
he played.
oh.
He played. Oh my God, what's his name in Lost? He played. Oh my God, what's his name? Someone in the chat's probably going to tell me.
Go ahead. So whoever knows it, say it first.
Oh my God, what's his name in Lost? It's like this super like.
I know it's funny because I keep thinking Michael, but I know it's not Michael.
Richard.
Oh, you looked it up?
It's Richard.
Yeah.
Richard is his name. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I jumped at this part in the theater.
Oh, absolutely. So did I.
That man hits the
freaked
window.
out.
Oh my God.
It's funny because now that we're watching this, I'm starting to remember seeing it in theaters, and I had no recollection before.
What Joker writes on the damn car.
Rachel.
I haven't seen Lost either, Rachel.
Oh. I'll forever love
It's
that.
good. It's a show that, although it struggled, it survived the writer's strike, and it still ended up pretty good. And it's one of the most controversial finales you'll ever see.
Dude, one of the most disturbing scenes in a comic book.
Yeah, I agree. This scene, yeah, I agree.
Directed by Heath Ledger, by the way, because Nolan let him direct this sequence. When he said that, when he yelled that, man.
Yeah, when it comes to DC movies, Gio's got the hard facts here.
I didn't know that.
He also created his own makeup too. Well, the makeup artist touched it up, but went off of his concept that he created. Man, when that video ended, my theater, complete silence. Complete silence. I don't think anybody was breathing.
Oh my god, I love this scene. Goodness.
You have no idea. Bruce Wayne's badass entrance to a party, man. I can only hope one day I can pull that off.
Is that Kylo's tail?
He's passed out on the bed right now. He's knocked.
I just heard thump, 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 and sound like his tail.
Where's Rachel Dawes? She is my oldest friend. You know, when Rachel first told me that she was dating Harvey Dent, I had one thing to say. I believe Harvey Dent.
You know, it's just funny. I don't know what made me think of it. I just remember the fact that he's going to be in Thor as the villain.
Right?
You know what's funny to me or interesting to me? I'm curious, Heath Ledger's still around if he touches the MCU. What do you think, Gio?
What was the question?
If Heath Ledger is still around, does he touch foot in the MCU?
Yeah, eventually.
I think he probably would have been nabbed already. That's a good that would be a good casting table.
Adam Warlock.
Cast him. Oh,
Good call, Gio.
Casting Heath Ledger in an MC role. That's a good casting table right there.
Here's what I was thinking. He could have been Thor.
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Why?
He doesn't play those macho roles. Thor is very much a macho role. Maybe we should have done 1, 2, and 3.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I will say, Gio, I would not be opposed to doing a watch along of Man of Steel.
I'm sorry, I only got that first half. What did you say?
Are you making me repeat it because you want to hear it?
No, you got to pull your mic closer.
Oh, sorry. I said I wouldn't be opposed to a Man of Steel watch along. It would be an interesting watch along.
So do I have your vote?
No. We're not just going to do DC movies or
What was
all
the
of Gio's picks.
Hey,
Did Gio pick the movie before too?
Yeah.
last one was a Marvel movie.
Every time we've done the vote where it's been us picking movies, he's won. Nobody else has gotten a win.
Thank you, Robert.
Oh, Robert agrees. That's a good point.
Again,
Adam Warlock is a good call. I agree with that one.
Yeah.
100%.
the brilliance of this damn movie. All right, the cops and Batman just prevailed, but you're already nothing's happened yet. But you're sensing that. Oh my god! Like, okay, the Joker is up to some shit, and oh man, how things just happen one after another, man.
I love his calling card, the literal calling card.
Right.
God, can you imagine being the henchman that had to get all of those Joker cards?
That's what you think of?
Yeah. And that he probably used to.
All right.
I would love to do this one. That would be fun.
Yes. I love that movie.
We'll see how the vote goes next. It'll be out very, very soon for the next watch along, everybody. If you're watching live or the replay, it typically goes up the week after our watch along, so you'll probably see it after Tuesday's show next week, maybe on Wednesday after we decide on our movies.
I always thought that was funny how he basically poured out the whole entire champagne and then took a little sip. Can you imagine just being the extra that was that? Just him getting in your face doing that?
You know, you remind me of my father. I hated my father.
Harvey Squeeze.
He's so perfect in this movie, man. I believe he was in Batman v Superman as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, you're talking about this one? Senator Patrick Lee?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I'm sure it's a cool nod. There you go.
Nice.
He's a huge Batman fan. Answers the question. The music in this scene is phenomenal. It's so subtle, but so brilliant at the same time. And it's that moment that Brian, you were talking about earlier, how it gets louder throughout the scene.
Yeah.
And this is also another great point, too. Love how the story of the scars changes every time. Keeps the mystery. Here's a great point when I was talking about earlier. Look how stiff his fighting is, right? It's all very mechanical.
Could be the suit.
For that reason, maybe. I love how Joker fights, though. He's like just so
Frantic.
random in how he fights, right?
I love the shoe knife.
Very poor choice of words.
And the laugh. What a catch. That's Gold Glove nominated right there.
Oh, stop.
And then the ability to make sure that she lands on you. Gold Glove nominated.
Oh, Rachel with the long. Someday we'll get back with the same physical mass as a hero. We're still on an arrow high.
Yeah. I'm always on an arrow high. Always. Give me Stephen Amell as a DCEU Green Arrow. Oh, bonkers.
Hey, Flashpoint.
It's not going to happen.
Cross your fingers.
If they did that, I would cheer to high heavens, bringing him into an actual role. Stealing him from the TV, putting him in the movies, I would scream joy. Yeah.
It's true.
Robert.
I guess you have
Robert-
to suspend belief, you know?
That really comes into play with that right there, his Batmobile.
People got pissed off when Lex
Here we
Luthor
go.
found out that Bruce Wayne was Batman. I don't know, man.
But back to that Arrow conversation, I know that more than likely it'll never happen with Stephen Amell, which just sucks. The one person who does need to play Green Arrow in the live action,
Charlie.
and it bums me out because I want him in the MCU, but it's Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
Charlie Hunnam would be the perfect Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know, Jake.
There you go. Everything's a conspiracy these days.
Rachel, that one was funded by the Schmominati as well. True.
Well, he is a man with unlimited resources.
I'm getting more water, everyone. I'm not leaving.
Hell yeah. Bring it to us. I would love to see it. I would love to see Green Arrow on film. I think it'd be great. And yes, exactly, which is what I want. It's exactly what I want. I want that old school look. We got Arrow on television who was always year by year inching closer to that classic look, but never fully got there. I want that classic looking Green Arrow on screen. He's one of my favorite DC characters, and he's so underrated. I think he's such a great character that it just feels like they're not brave enough to tackle.
Patience, Jake. Patience.
He's a better Arrow character than Hawkeye.
I'd agree with that. Although Hawkeye's gotten really good over the last 5 years.
He has, but I still like Oliver Queen better.
Well, yeah, that's because Oliver Queen's a main character. Hawkeye's not.
Wait till
He-
Hawkeye gets his.
He is in the comic books. They just didn't do
Yeah,
it.
comic books are different from film, though. Hawkeye was never going to be a leading character. That character is hard to tell as a lead.
Wait
Sorry,
till
Gio, what
after.
were you saying?
No, just wait till after his Disney Plus series, and then
Oh no, I definitely I'm stoked for that, especially at the point he is now in his life and everything that's happened. I he's a leading TV series character, but he's not a film lead. He can be a really strong supporter in the films like he has been, right? But Green Arrow has the ability to really lead a franchise or a single movie or whatever it is and be a part of something. He's a badass character that nobody gives credit to.
they should have went the Hawkeye and Black Widow and Budapest direction for the Black Widow movie.
I'm sorry. I love this part.
So that character that Morgan Freeman's talking to is a little nod to the Riddler.
Oh.
I'm with you on this one, Marlon. 100% with you, man. I want the weird ones. I want Zatanna. I want Green Arrow. I want all of these characters who we don't see typically. I don't want them to keep redoing Batmans and Supermans, you know?
I agree.
I want them to do something a little bit different. You know, and I'm cool to get Superman and Batman movies. Like, I want to see a legit Justice League on screen like they did with the MCU. But I also want to see the Zatannas of the world or the Green Arrows of the world or like a perfect example, like Shazam. Shazam is an obscure character, right? Different, and they capitalized on that type of character and they did it well.
Well, look at what probably Black Adam's about to do.
Yeah.
We were getting Cyborg, but
I'm not a huge Cyborg person, just period.
Yeah, but to be quite honest, they missed out. They missed out on the opportunity of doing a Flash and Cyborg movie, right? That's probably what it shouldn't be. Flashpoint. If you're going to include Cyborg somewhere, it's a Flash movie. So, I think the character is great, but unfortunately, right now the character is better on television than Doom Patrol. That is Cyborg.
See, I haven't watched Doom Patrol. It's funny. My only real exposure to Cyborg is Teen Titans Go, and he's hilarious to me in that. So I don't know. Maybe that convoluted my live action.
Cyborg's really great. And Gio, you're on season 1 still, right?
no, I'm caught up. Well,
Oh, you are?
episode released yesterday, but
Okay.
man, they did a really great job with this character.
Cyborg is great, man. He's one of the better parts of that show, and it just feels like Cyborg.
Does he say booyah?
Yes, he
I don't
does.
remember. I think so. All right, here we are. I know I haven't done it in a while. We've kind of been conversing back and forth here. We're at the hour mark. We are currently at a parade in the movie. Bruce Wayne is on his motorcycle right now, and we are about to see something go down. So just to make sure you guys know where you are. Again, you don't have to be the exact moment. We're around this time, but I'm gonna leave this up for another minute or so for you. It's pretty great though. The first time seeing him without the makeup on. I know it comes up here in a moment. Very quickly shot, right? It's so cool.
I think the thing that I appreciate the most is, and I've already said it, is how realistic everything is. Because, like, if someone was going to do something like this, what do? Take out the guards, wear their costumes, go do all this stuff.
This scene is it's incredible. I can't get, and you guys know this, I'm such a film buff. I look at the technical side of it and the engineering of it all, and the way this scene is shot, how it goes down the guards one by one, and you're seeing their faces.
Yeah,
And then you see his. Oh,
Well, for me, again, it's that score where you're hearing like it's picking up, and then you're getting more and more like anxious.
I'll admit, first time I saw this movie, I really thought Jim Gordon died
Oh, so did I.
yeah, so did I. Agreed. So did I.
because of everything that's happened in the movie so far. You know,
This is another actor that you see pop up in everything, and you're like, oh, he's really good, but I don't know who he is.
so creepy in Prisoners.
Yeah, he was.
But literally what Robert just said.
Yeah, man, he's a Kevin Smith guy. He's in the Ant-Man movies, obviously. Great character actor.
This part broke my heart.
The little blonde boy, correct me if I'm wrong, he's the adopted one from Batman Begins, right?
Is he?
Didn't oh my god, why am I forgetting it? Gordon in the first movie protect the little kid when they were on the island? Isn't that him? Or is that am I just thinking of that?
No. You're talking about young Joffrey from Game of Thrones. He was in
What?
Batman.
Wait, really?
The kid,
Oh, yeah,
kid-
that little kid is
kid
Joffrey.
who played, he grew up to play
He's
Joffrey.
Joffrey?
Yeah.
Man, I wish that guy died. I wish that kid died then.
Jesus.
Joffrey
Hey,
can burn in hell.
Batman in a club, man. He'd be the greatest bouncer in the world.
I beg to differ with you. I think Bane might be the best bouncer in the world.
hey, just hold those thoughts. That might be a good topic for a show. Best comic book character as a bouncer.
Dude, when he lets him go and he falls off a building. Oh my god, so gnarly.
Jack Gleason. That's his name. Thank you, Robert.
Good job, Robert, man. You on it, man.
Our first exposure to the Two-Face.
Harvey Dent slowly turns. This part right here.
Oh, Jake loves this part.
Nope, I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm counting on it.
Ugh.
Oof.
Can't watch that type of stuff, man.
All right, Jake. What was worse? Eric Roberts' character suffering that injury, or Eric Roberts' character in Best of the Best when the Korean drop kicked his shoulder and they had to pop it back?
He's like, pass.
I'm going with Best of the Best.
Because I very much am in pain a lot of times with my legs. I would go with the leg injury here in Dark Knight. I would just the amount of pain that I'm in because of catching, falling from that, and just I can just feel that through the screen with my legs, and it just no bueno.
I got you.
No bueno.
Hey, I got trivia for Rachel. What popular music video did Eric Roberts?
I know it. I'm ashamed, but I know it.
Appearing.
I'm not gonna. I won't say it. Let her answer.
Or if anybody wants to answer. For Robert, if you know it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Robert. Yeah. See who gets it first. Eric Roberts' popular music video. Which one was it?
Gio, are you proud of me that I actually know it?
Hey, it was. That song was everywhere.
Oh, I know.
Everywhere.
I forgot what I was watching a long time ago. Stumped Rachel. They say that he is the most recognizable, unrecognizable person in film. I
Who?
was watching. Who I already forgot his name.
Roberts or Eckhart?
No, not Eckhart.
Roberts.
Roberts.
Yes,
Yeah.
He's the most recognizable face with while slipping everyone's name because he's in everything.
On a complete side note, when you guys did for Nerd Nation a while back, you guys did the video game movies you want to see, right?
Mm-hmm.
You revealed the ones you want to see. Gio, was it you that did Metroid?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you see what happened today?
No. I was at work.
The movie's not announced. But Brie Larson told Sega in an interview, she said this, quote, "So Nintendo, once again, I would love to do it," in saying she wants to play the character Samus.
Samus, yeah.
Samus. She came out and said, she goes, "So Nintendo, once again, I would love to do it."
Well, again, look.
Come on,
Nintendo whooped Sega's ass as far as the console wars, went. But Sega just gave their first real hit video game with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
So Nintendo's got to be sitting there thinking, what the hell are we doing? We got way more characters, way more iconic video game characters than Sega does. And what are we known for? Super Mario Brothers?
I will say, I would not. What?
Say the music video that Eric Roberts was in, the popular one.
We belong together.
Or sing it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to hear you sing it again, bro.
That's fine. Gio, you know who I wouldn't be opposed to play Samus? I would probably lose my mind.
Who?
Charlize Theron. An older version would be be so bad ass.
I mean,
Jake, do you have any idea who we're talking about?
Absolutely none.
Did you ever play Super Smash
was in
Brothers?
Mr. Brightside video, yes. That's not the one I was thinking of, but man, Robert, you were on it, man.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, he was the evil guy.
Rachel, please don't. Just please don't.
No, Rachel, you're too kind. That was Jake, have you ever played Super Smash Brothers?
Yeah, a couple times. Is she a character in there?
Yes. Oh my, what do you mean a couple times? Who doesn't play Super Smash Brothers?
I'm sorry that I'm not just engulfed in video games.
Well, still, it's everyone plays Super Smash. Gio, you play Super Smash Brothers?
Bro, I will whoop your ass in Super Smash Brothers.
Right, but I'm talking about she is the original character that has that gun that charges up and then
Yeah.
the giant.
But she's from Metroid?
Yeah, Metroid is the name of the video game.
That and the Donkey Kong wind-up punch annoy the hell out of me.
That's my character, so I'm not surprised. The Donkey Kong wind up. That's why I'm a horrible person, right?
The night is darkest just before the dawn.
Great quote, man. Great.
Such a great line.
Robert's defending you.
Thank you, Robert. Not everybody plays video games religiously.
Okay.
We'll get to that. We'll get to this comment here in a second after this scene. I'm gonna watch this scene. I am the Batman.
Oh, Rachel, that just clicked on me too.
What? Neither of you knew this?
No,
What the?
no idea. I was wondering what Marlon's comment was. I was like, okay.
Oh, wrong one. Then do this one. Here you go. She's the lead action female star right now. Which Rebecca? Oh, Rebecca Rugen would be good.
She was, yeah, that would have been
Brian,
good.
who did I
Eventually.
say were my choices?
Say again?
Who did I say were my choices for Samus?
That was a long time ago. How are you gonna know?
Very long time ago. What did the letter say?
Take a break, bro. Take a break. Don't worry. I feel the pain. I feel the pain.
Oh, please. He's been on vacation for the
Now
last
that
like,
is
5
multitasking right there.
It's funny. I just don't know if I would be able to buy Katie Holmes in this movie. In this one.
She worked in Batman Begins.
I know, but I don't know.
She was a damsel in distress in Batman Begins. There's too much to do in this movie.
Yes, that is a very good.
What do you mean she was a damsel in distress?
How was she not?
She had a gun pointed at Discount Matthew McConaughey, the bald guy, and when the criminals all got loose. She was out there. She was out there on the battlefield.
How does that even come across your head? Discount Matthew McConaughey.
Together, potion, whatever the hell that thing was. She protected the boy. She stood between the boy and Scarecrow, who was on the horse.
I don't know. It just wasn't as believable, I guess. I don't know.
Not everyone's Emily Blunt, okay?
I'm not saying Emily Blunt. I clearly would take Maggie Gyllenhaal. She's not Emily Blunt.
Bruh. Emily Blunt is Rachel, though?
There's
a great point. Marlon here.
Thank you. That is perfect, Marlon. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. I think that's probably what it is. The fact that I can't look past for some reason. Katie Holmes. Like that's.
So how do you feel about The Rock?
I struggle with him. I really, really do. That is one of my gripes with him. I'm not taking away from them as actors. It's just there's certain people I just have a hard time looking past them in general. Slaughter,
that's man. Jake, is this an action sequence?
Yes. If you did anything, you just proved my point that the bank scene isn't an action scene. If this is,
there's guns, there's good guys, there's bad guys.
That doesn't make it an action scene.
There, look at that, explosions.
This is an action scene. Yes, the bank scene in the beginning is not an action scene.
They were shooting each other one by one.
It doesn't make it an action scene.
A bus hit a person.
It doesn't make it an action scene.
William Fichtner.
Dude. Oh my God.
oh my lord,
Dude, insane, man.
I hope when we get Moon Knight, he'll have stuff like this, toys like this.
Nah, I don't know if I want to see that.
Why?
I don't want him to be Batman. I don't want him to. That's just going to feel like Batman to me.
No, I know, but that's literally what his character is based off.
I know, but that doesn't mean you have to make him like Batman.
I know, but I'm saying like, well, he has. I just literally read a whole 32 comic arc of Moon Knight, but he does have. Oh god, that's so cool. He does have like his own giant plane and stuff like that. So, I mean, Marvel might not go that way, but that could be what you get. He's very wealthy.
I lost my mind during this scene,
Yeah.
by the way. Right when they open up and we get the motorcycle. I like this job. I like it. Oh, this is so good right here.
So badass.
Again, I mentioned it earlier how Christopher Nolan is able to do the creativity with things like this. What's that thing called? Do we know?
The what?
No. The motorcycle. It's got to
The
have a
Bat
name,
Cycle.
right? It's called what?
The Bat Cycle.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not called that. It's called something else. And I hope someone in the chat says something.
Bat cycle.
Let me see.
See, look, Robert just literally said
I can't figure out how the physics of the bat cycle works. Yeah, that's fair. Oh no, it's called the Bat Pod. That's what it's called.
There you go.
The Bat Pod.
All right, rack 'em up, rack 'em up, rack 'em up.
See, Gio would have lost that in trivia.
Nah.
As the person probably judging, I would have accepted Bat Cycle.
No, that's completely wrong. Bat Cycle and Bat Pod are completely different from each other.
You're right. A Bat Cycle is a more proper fitting title.
I would agree with that, but a Bat Cycle is an actual motorcycle,
It's funny because
like in Batman Forever,
it's funny because it's basically like
or Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin. Sorry.
I wish somebody did a fan edit and gave the Bat Pod right here the Tron effect.
That'd be so
badass.
dope. That'd be so dope. Brian, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's the Batmobile Star Wars version of an escape pod.
Okay, this part is like how he rolls onto the street.
Yeah,
That's probably what Robert's talking about.
Yeah.
How does that work?
This part right here. Oh my god.
The building?
No.
just the face off between the two.
Oh yeah, how he goes underneath.
Ooh, you want to play? Let's go. It just flips it.
I love that shot. Love that shot.
Yeah, I see what you mean, Robert. Again, in the theaters, first time I saw this, I still think Jim Gordon's dead. I have no idea.
The way he just his mannerisms, like a Joker just flailing, getting out of it and stuff.
Brian, I think I lost your mic.
Oh, I was just gonna say that his.
There you go.
Hold on, I actually love this part where he says, "Hey, May."
We heard you. You were just really low, so you're fine.
Sorry.
Come on, I want you to do it. Come on. Oh, that shot. So beautiful, man.
I love this right here. So good.
Audience cheered, man, when they saw him. Finally, somebody didn't die in this movie. No, don't get in the car, Harvey Dent. Does anybody remember the viral marketing campaign for I Believe in Harvey Dent?
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, so
Oh,
badass.
I muted him.
Sorry.
ahead.
I just was right before. Yes, I do very much remember that.
The website, yeah.
All right, for those of you watching, this is where we currently are. You want people to die? Just wait a minute. There you go. Dude, look at that suit. That suit is incredible. So sleek and so good.
Dude, how many people dressed up as Heath Ledger's Joker for like
Oh
the
my
next
goodness.
4 years?
We're
5
still doing
years.
it, man.
Still
still doing
today, yeah. Even Joker is happy for him.
It's so good, the clapping scene.
Okay, Brian, help me figure this out and people in the chat. So, The Dark Knight Rises, the IMAX preview was in front of Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, which was amazing to watch in IMAX. Does anybody remember what The Dark Knight IMAX preview was in front of? What movie? It had to be a movie in 2007. Was it Transform? No, it couldn't have been
No, Transformers was
2007.
09.
It
You
wasn't.
sure?
It wasn't a preview for Iron Man, was it?
No. Iron Man was 08.
I know that's what I'm saying. It wasn't a teaser or a trailer.
No, but you know how there was an IMAX preview for The Dark Knight Rises, and it was attached to Mission Impossible Ghost
I remember
Protocol.
Mission Impossible.
I'm trying to
It was
remember
Tron.
which one.
Was it
which
Tron?
movie.
No, Tron's 10.
God, I don't know. I'm horrible.
I Am Legend was 07.
Was it Harry Potter and? Excuse me. Which one? The Half-Blood Prince.
You're right. The original Transformers was 07. You are correct.
Oh, there you go. Probably.
See me in trivia.
Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
Robert thinks it was a Harry Potter movie, like Half-Blood Prince, maybe.
Let's see. 2007. Ooh, Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix was
That's
2005 or 2006,
Rachel said.
actually, right?
No, Order of the Phoenix was 07. I Am Legend was also Warner Brothers
Oh,
in 07, and so was Ocean's 13. So out of those, it would probably be the Harry Potter or I Am Legend. One of those two.
you know what? I can probably Wikipedia it.
One of the greatest comic book scenes of all time. And no, Geo, it's not an action scene.
Oh man, they're I don't know.
See?
He
There you
hits,
go.
boom, action right
Called it.
there.
Called it. I figured it was I Am Legend. Oh, hey, Apocaflix movies. Aren't we on our channel right now? Is that Jacob watching through Apocaflix movies right now?
Good call, Robert. I Am Legend. Man, imagine watching the opening bank robbery sequence. You're like, do I really want to watch I Am Legend anymore? Like,
Oh, goodness.
which is a great movie, by the way. I Am Legend.
I Am Legend doesn't get talked about enough. That movie's brilliant.
This
movie is
scene right here
brilliant.
is Christopher Nolan's favorite scene that he shot.
It should be. It's incredible.
The interrogation between Batman and Joker, the battle of ideals.
What are you doing
Man,
watching Apocaflix, Gab? That's funny.
dude, Joker lightweight be dropping some life lessons in this movie, man.
This scene alone.
Shoot. If you're good at something, never do it for free. These civilized people will cast you out, man, when the chips are down.
Yep. There you go, Gio.
Robert, I kind of miss those days, when the first time you would see a trailer is on the big screen. That's why for a while I stopped watching trailers online because I wanted to see it for the first time on the big screen. Like
I agree with you, Gio.
The Rise of Skywalker, I didn't watch the first trailer online or YouTube on my phone. I waited till I was in front of theaters, I think for Endgame, right? It was attached to Endgame, Rise of Skywalker.
No.
2019, right?
Well, 2019 would have made it. Oh yeah, you're right. Endgame. Maybe it might have been Endgame. Endgame seemed early though.
See, Jake, look, action sequence, man. He's flipping Heath Ledger, Joker. He's punching him. He smacks his head toward the glass. And
oh, I can take this off. This has been on for a while. No, this isn't an action scene to me. It's an incredible scene, but it's not an action
punching,
scene.
There's blood, there's testosterone, man. There's.
I would love to learn if out of a few of these, Heath Ledger actually accepted the punch rather than the fake punch to play in the character.
Considering he spent like 6 months in a motel room by himself, I think he probably, yeah. I'd put money on it.
Especially this scene. God, this is just...
Dude, I did not see this switch coming. Dude, I was just...
No, not at all.
Man, I was like, wait a minute, did M. Night Shyamalan guest direct this part? What the hell? Like...
The fact that this also happened, all of this has happened in just an hour and a half is mind-blowing. Like, we still have an hour left of the movie.
He for sure took those punches. Sorry, my mom broke her own TV. So, yeah.
Oh, goodness. Good luck with that.
She doesn't know how to change. It's not changing the channel. I don't know. Don't ask me. But he for sure took those punches.
It's so good. I want my phone call. Oh, my God.
And I noticed the Apocaflix handle is being working.
She wanted me to acknowledge this. I forgot my Gmail login, so here I am.
Hey.
Oh, this is rough. This is rough.
What's your guys' favorite snack in the movie theaters? That's mine right there.
Bunch of crunch.
I don't know if I have.
Sour Patch and pretzel bites. Those damn pretzel
The
bites.
pretzel
And they never
bites,
give me-
for sure. The pretzel bites, yes.
I always want 2 cheese cups.
Wait, Jake,
the
what did
pretzel-
you say?
I do bunch of crunch,
Yeah, well, when I went with
bunch of
you,
crunch and Skittles.
well, but you always get those little ice cream thingies.
Oh, the Dibs ice cream. It's bunch of crunch ice cream. That's what it is. It's bunch of crunch Dibs. Yeah, I get the ice cream Dibs. Yeah. But it's bunch of crunch flavored.
Ugh,
I don't typically like eating the fruity snacks in a movie because I feel like it just sits in my teeth.
Yeah,
Especially because I eat it early, like strictly candy, something like a Skittle, which is my all-time favorite candy. But I could eat bunch of crunch all day long.
I was just about to say Gabby's popcorn and M&Ms because I thought she left, but there it is.
AMC
What?
has mini
Whoa.
spicy tacos.
What? Game changer.
Why does
We're in an
Oh,
area
man.
where we don't get an AMC in our area, so we're not
always swoops on us in every single way.
not too horribly priced either.
God, AMC always is better than
I gotta say though, to be honest, I've had a couple AMC experiences. I haven't had the best experiences. Like the Lion King one was terrible.
I know.
And
We
and
had
that theater wasn't anything special. The theater was not anything special. I like Cinemark to this point. Like I dig Cinemark. Here's an actual question for us while we watch this. Did Heath Ledger already have mental issues before he got into the role of Joker, or did Joker cause him to overdose?
I would say he had
I mean,
substance abuse problems more than
yeah, he definitely had a drug issue. He didn't have a mental issue. He definitely had a drug issue. I'm not going to say it was like he was a drug addict, but he did drugs. And then on top of that, he locked himself in a hotel room and essentially became the Joker. And that obviously can't happen in real life. If someone is to become the Joker in real life, I mean, look what happened with Joaquin Phoenix, right? He just went down the rabbit hole, and unfortunately for Heath Ledger, it led to his death.
Yeah, he had problems sleeping after the movie finished wrapping. If you watch his interview,
Documentary, and the documentary too is incredible.
yeah, the documentary, but go to YouTube, type Heath Ledger interview, and I think it's one of the first ones where he's like wearing a gray shirt. Dude's just rubbing his arms and just like can't sit still and just looks exhausted. Like, man, it's kind of sad to see, actually.
All right, Rachel's trying to rub it in now. Oh, this
Yeah, I know. I'll get to her comment once we're done talking about this. Yeah, it
breaks my heart.
it is it's very unfortunate because in the best way I can say it, he's remembered for this role because it came out after his death, which in hindsight works, but it's a bummer that that's kind of how it all ended for him. It's just it sucks, it's like I said earlier, I would have loved to have seen him in other roles. In this scene right here, Jesus. God. I get chills, man.
And then to add salt to the wound, you see his face burn. Man, seeing this right here, I hate to see what happens if you put Heath Ledger's Joker in the Avengers Tower. You're just destruction, man.
All right, to Rachel's comment here.
You didn't destroy Wayne Tower.
What's up?
To Rachel's comment here. My theater has recliners, Dolby. I miss a bar where they bring the drink to your seat. A great menu items along with the A-list. They go pranked up, I will be sad. So in our area, we actually have a studio movie grill, which is very similar to what you're speaking of. It doesn't have the Dolby Atmos. By the way, this shot right here of him standing on the rubble is absolutely incredible.
Oh yeah. One of the most used stills.
It's one of the best looking shots I've ever seen in my entire life. But so we have a studio movie grill, which is strictly it's where the waiters bring you food. They have a menu, a bar, etc., etc. But the Cinemark theater we have here, the best one in Arden, is brilliant. The theater is very comfortable with seats.
XD, yeah.
The snack shack is very well kept up. They have
a baseball player, the Snack Shack.
They have an alcohol section for us to pick from as well. It's an incredible theater, that's for sure. Anthony, in no way did you, man.
No, not at all.
In no way did you. It's something that it was going to be brought up one way or another on this watching this movie, just because Heath Ledger is arguably the lead character of the film, right? And we are fans of him, and would love to have seen him go on and stuff. And so don't feel you're good, man. Yeah, you're totally fine, man. No worries. And yes, Robert, I am extremely jealous of you.
Well, Robert,
extremely jealous of you.
Robert, you're in the birthplace of the Alamo period. Not
Yeah, I've yet to go to a draft house, and I can't wait to go, man. I cannot wait to go.
Robert, he's trying to become best friends with you. That way he can visit Austin all the time. No, God.
Hook 'em. I'm a fan. Hook 'em.
He actually is an obnoxiously big fan of Texas. So
Gabby texted me asking where the chips went, and the chips are right here.
Ooh, sea salt and vinegar is so good.
She thought Kylo took them, and they're just sitting here on the desk.
I will say,
Brian corrected. Duh.
Okay, whatever. It's in Texas.
Duh.
Of course.
Everything's bigger in Texas. Duh.
This just literally shows you how California people literally just only know anything about California people.
Okay, so here we go. All around Florida, we have these theaters called Sino Bistro. It gives you food, drinks, and alcohol, but after 6 o'clock, they make you show an ID to prove. That's pretty cool.
Bro.
I kind of like that idea, right? After 6 o'clock or somewhere around. That's not a bad idea. I kind of like that.
That's pretty cool. I actually like that.
Dang.
Draft House was born in Austin. Yes, sir. I visited there a few years ago. Loved it. Can't wait to go back. Alamo has a couple venues in Phoenix. I don't think they survived the shutdown here, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that's going to be the case for a lot of theaters. I think they're going to have to close a lot of the doors. Just moved to Texas.
True. So true.
Come here. Oh, I know what you want.
My cousins did that. They literally moved to Austin and then ended up coming back. So
the way they tease
I
Two-Face's
know.
appearance, dude.
He literally almost looks like he doesn't have
Right.
the whole other side, just the way it's done. Which may or may not have been like a green thing.
Unfortunately,
the tease.
I saw a photo of the finished look beforehand. So
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you guys the whole time. So if you look online, there's actually a photo of the behind the scenes of how this was filmed, and Eckhart just on one half of his face has green dots all over the half of his face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's not a full green screen, but it's enough to create a CGI effect on his face.
That makes sense because it does look like it's not there.
And then the turn.
Again, teasing, and then finally.
Looks like a Terminator.
He does look like a Terminator, but it's a brilliant Two-Face look.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's an incredible Two-Face look.
It's funny. Every single time I see that, I think like how horrible. If he rolled on the other side of the pillow, his face just like sticking to the pillow.
Anthony's got another question for us. Speaking about Joker for Matt Reeves' Batman movies with Robert Pattinson, who do you guys want to see play Joker in those movies? I have a hot take. I don't want to see Joker in those movies.
That's fair.
I think we've
don't want to
seen
see there.
enough of
Literally,
Joker at this point.
All you freaking see. Do you see it? That's
Yeah.
all you see of Lau on top of the freaking pyramid.
And that was a question in the Schmoedown.
Yeah. Oh, there you
Here you go. I would rather they give Joker a break, do the Riddler. Maybe they are doing the Riddler. The Riddler is going to be in the Batman. The Riddler will be in the Batman, played by Paul Dano. There's going to be a couple villains in there, but he will be in the Batman. And for Harvey Dent, I don't know who I could see playing Harvey Dent. That's a good question. That's one we could do. But real quick, before we get to that, thoughts on this real quick. Let's get back to this one.
I agree. Wait on the Joker. Don't completely keep him out of the Matt Reeves trilogy, but Riddler, Mr. Freeze, Penguin, which they're doing, like
Batman has one of the best, if not the best, villain gallery.
him and Spider-Man.
So, yes, Joker is arguably the most known villain of all time, but Batman has a very good select group of people that they could work with that you don't even need him right off the bat or even thereafter.
There's two that come to mind for me, and there's two characters that they are two characters we have yet to see. One of them is Hush. Who we have yet to see.
Yes.
And then yeah, he's in there. I really, really, really want to see Deathstroke. Yes. I know that Joe Manganiello Deathstroke might happen. I get that, but I want him to physically be a bad guy in a Batman movie. It fits perfect, and I think Matt Reeves would be the perfect guy. I know that you probably have to make Batman a little bit older to do so, because this one's going to be a younger version. But I really want to see Deathstroke on screen. I really, really do.
Gio, do you see Boss Logic put out another Deathstroke picture?
Jake, wait till DC Fandom next month, buddy.
We'll see if that happens. I'm not going to hold my breath for that one. Oh, this is another one. Another one that I didn't mention. If there's someone I want to see redone, it is Poison Ivy. And I think I do think that she'd be a great choice. I do think you probably need to make her a little older than this girl, though.
She is a fantastic choice for two. Oh,
yeah.
Robert just took mine. Robert, damn you, Robert. Hush would be amazing.
I said Hush, Brian.
Did you? Oh, sorry.
I said Hush. Yeah, I said Hush.
To get distracted by it, so I missed what you were saying.
Yeah, I said Hush. You could definitely do Hush in like the second or third movie.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like a wrap-up character. You start with the Riddler and Penguin characters you know. You keep Catwoman throughout the entire trilogy, or however many they're going to do. And then you earn to a character that you haven't seen before, like a Hush, right? You introduce a character that's brand new to the audiences everywhere.
Hey, but for Two-Face, give me John Hamm.
Yeah,
choice.
Yeah, John Hamm would be a great choice. I would. I'm not even gonna pick someone. That's a great choice.
That's a very good choice.
Yeah, I wouldn't even pick someone else. That's a really good choice. I also want to see someone like Clayface pop in. Never seen on screen before.
Vin Diesel as Clayface.
No. Oh, kidding. Kylo.
Make a little appearance. But honestly, if there's one Batman story that I need told on screen, and I don't know when they'll do it, I need the Red Hood story told on screen. Jason Todd.
Yes.
I need that story. I don't know how you do it. I don't know when or who does it, but I need it done. It's the one Batman story that I clamor for. I need Red Hood on screen. I just need to see Red Hood on screen.
Jake, wait till next month.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. They're going to start doing everything next month. everything is in production. Well, actually, if anyone was going to say that they're in production, it's going to be DC.
You don't think Red Hood wouldn't be part of the HBO Max series?
It's too soon to put Red Hood.
I didn't say make it the first episode.
Anthony, your comment here. Yes, possibly, but who's to say you can't do an age gap? I don't think they have to be the same age. And I know he meant Robert Pattinson. There was a typo in that one. Not all villains and heroes need to be the same age. And I don't think a character especially a character like Two-Face, I think it would be smarter for a character like Two-Face to be a little bit older.
Well, I agree too, because he's a politician. Politicians are typically a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not to say that there aren't young ones, but when you think of a politician that wants to change the city like this Two-Face would, you could see him a little bit older, but I mean, they could go young too. I mean, that's kind of a character where you could do either way and it would work.
If they were ever to do it, I mean, that would have been the way Nolan ever came back, but that would have been cool to see Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Robin. That would have been really cool.
Again, Joker dropping some life lessons in this movie, man.
See, that's what I was talking about, how his burnt skin's on the pillow. Oh,
yeah. So when I say Rachel dying was nothing personal, I meant it.
Ooh, Anthony. That is a very good choice.
That is, but the only issue is he is currently in Doom Patrol.
Yeah, but he's invisible, isn't he?
I don't know if that's. I don't know if you can still do it.
That is a very good choice, Anthony. That is a very good choice.
God, look at the eye. God. The way it moves.
I love how he's in the nurse outfit. Just makes it.
And you know what? If you stare at Harvey Dent's face, you can see the good side of him starting to believe Joker. It's just, hey, where's Joker's hand on the gun?
Probably on the trigger.
Look at his finger. Harvey Dent couldn't pull the trigger even if he wanted to.
Now we're talking.
That car.
He could afford 20 of those. Doesn't matter.
I love that he uses hand sanitizer. Like,
Hey, COVID, bro.
oh my god.
Anthony, this will never happen.
What?
It'll never happen.
Nope.
For the DC,
You got nothing to worry about, man.
No. Those ones are solid locks in DC.
Loki had this edge at the beginning. He had this edge at the beginning, and then turned him an anti-hero.
One of the greatest parts.
And for those of you watching and who may not know this scene right here where the bomb does not go off,
Yep.
it was improvised by Heath Ledger. There was a malfunction while filming, and he continued to act, and the cameras were still rolling. This right here. I'm currently on it right now. He's turning around. Bomb's not going off. There was an issue. Starts to click, and then it was all improvised by him, and they just rolled with it. And it was one of the best takes they could have ever taken in this film.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
God, that makes that scene just that much better.
Jake Berlin dropping some knowledge.
Agreed.
I honestly
it is brilliant.
Scenes in the whole movie.
It's brilliant. The way he acts it, and the fact that he just stayed in character while the bomb didn't go off. Every 99.9% of the actors would have stopped because the bomb didn't go off. Right?
100%.
They were told something like, you're supposed to go for this far, the bomb's going to go off for this long, and then you don't hear that, you kind of lose your. He just stayed with it. And it was one of the best moves ever to happen.
He did the same thing earlier when Joker crashed the party that Bruce Wayne threw for Harvey Dent. When Michael Caine greets the elevator doors open and he doesn't say a word. Michael Caine had lines, but he never spoke them.
That's a great point. There's some good stuff. There's some really, really, really good stuff. It will add to the love of the movie.
I feel you, Rachel. I do that with certain movies.
There you go. Even knowledge from Robert. That was a planned demolish, and they used it for the film.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
And there, she's crazy.
God, now this is making me want to watch all three of them so bad.
I can't do that. I gotta watch BSG after this.
I know. Yes, you do. You're staying up all night.
No, I'm not. I gotta golf at 7:20 tomorrow morning.
Oh my God, all you do is just
It's Dylan's
golf,
birthday. It's a birthday golf.
and do nothing.
It's a birthday golf session.
Hard life, huh, Gio? Wakeboard, golf, some more golf.
Yeah, you're right.
Throwing
I had the
small
first week
birthday
off
tomorrow.
this week all year. It was fabulous.
Oh,
Anthony, you missed it. We talked about this at some point during the stream in the middle. We had an entire conversation about Green Arrow and who we think should play him.
yeah.
I don't have an exact timestamp for you, but it's in there somewhere. So it was brought up in the conversation.
Synopsis,
there.
though, we were all on board for it.
Yeah.
We are very on board for a Green Arrow.
1000%. Yes. Brilliant looking scene. Brilliant. I believe that's the one towards the end where he's facing Ra's al Ghul, correct?
Yeah.
That's what she's talking about?
When
Where Batman kills Ra's al Ghul.
No, the train killed Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul could have gotten off, but he stayed.
Yeah, the train killed Ra's
Batman
al Ghul.
didn't save him.
The train killed Ra's al Ghul.
All right. No. I can't say this because of a spoiler.
It jumped off.
We're just gonna. So did
Spoiler for what?
Homelander. So in that one scene, in the boys.
What are you talking about? Hold on. What are you talking about?
The boys.
In season 1?
Homelander
Okay.
airplane. Did he?
Yes.
So what's the difference?
He didn't kill all those people.
He did.
That's totally different.
No.
He didn't kill all those people.
No.
I
And then
see,
later on,
right here. Boom. I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you. Boom.
he kills him
No,
by
he
not
doesn't.
saving him.
No, he doesn't. How is that written in the law? Do you get arrested for murder if you don't save someone?
Okay, so if you're a firefighter and the building's on fire, but
That's
you don't save the
Chicago.
person inside,
You're not responsible for them.
you're a
You don't kill
firefighter.
them. But just because you can't save them doesn't mean you're killing them.
Here
If
you
you're
go,
a
Rachel.
firefighter, a
Here
building's
was
on fire, and you
for
choose
tonight.
not to save the person,
You're not
in the-
killing them.
That's your job.
But if you can't save them, if you aren't able to save them, that doesn't mean you're killing them.
What was stopping Batman from saving?
What?
Yes. Yes.
Maybe
No.
maybe Ra's al Ghul would have stabbed him in the neck and killed him,
No.
trying to save him.
Meanwhile,
Or
in Man of
maybe
Steel-
Ra's al Ghul didn't want to be
in
saved.
Man of Steel, Superman had no choice but to kill Zod. Because
Superman
Zod-
killed Zod. He broke his neck with his bare hands.
Yes. Otherwise, Zod was going to kill everybody.
Touche, Rachel. Touche.
I'll just say this. 2 different universes.
I'm curious.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, she's back.
Oh my god. Seriously? Really? Really?
Is she in the house?
No, she's
Oh.
house sitting. Let me do this.
Oh, you're mean. Now I lose out on seeing Kylo. That's the Kylo cam that Schmo fans are wanting.
Yeah, POV fans are freaking out over.
I'm curious now.
And then he shoots his driver.
He's not. Oh, so great.
I'm curious.
Dude, what if Harvey didn't just offed himself as the car was crashing and just, could happen.
This moral dilemma, one of the greatest ideas.
That's how the Joker creates chaos.
Yep.
I will say this. The one thing, one of the very few things I didn't like about Nolan's universe. I know we talked about the grounded part of it all. I didn't like how Gotham was portrayed as like a Chicago, right?
It literally is Chicago.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not gritty or gutter like we typically think of Gotham. It just feels like
It kind of was in the
typical
first one.
Well, no, that was a specific island, though, not the actual city itself. I wish, and I'm not saying go like hardcore grittiness, right? I'm just saying like don't make it feel like an American city because it's not. It's not. It doesn't affect the overall film at all, like at all. But like an example, this feels more like Metropolis than Gotham. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, I could see that.
And of course, I mean, it has its bad parts, but for the most time, it just feels like we're in a city, like a typical American city, you know?
Bat cycle.
Bat pod. I want that to come up in the Schmodown and see what happens.
I mean, at this point, is it really a pod after he's been using it for more than just escape?
Still a bat pod. You don't change the name just because it's been a day or two. All right. This is where we are, just over the 2-hour mark. Coming out on the wire here.
Exactly.
The finale.
I
The
believe.
third act is well within right now. We are currently having Joker on the. He just spoke to all of the people on the boats, telling them what's about to happen.
That suit, man.
Mm-hmm. How did he even get that, by the way? Like,
Evidence.
I guess.
It was probably in the hospital.
Dude. The clowns are the hostages and the bad guys. Or you know what I mean? They flipped it.
No, you're saying the right thing. The clouds are the
Yeah.
hostages, and the bad guys are the hostages. Essentially, is what you're saying,
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Clowns are the
Right, Gio?
hostages.
the
clowns
clowns.
are the
So the
hostages.
hostages are the clowns, and the bad guys are the hostages. Right?
The bad guys are the good guys, and the good guys are the bad guys.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. We're just
I
flipping
just
a few
mind F
words.
myself. Yeah. You know what I meant.
No, we were all saying the same thing. You're good.
It's late, okay?
Yeah, it is late. Yeah, started a little late tonight. Forgot to mention that up front.
I mean, it is a long movie.
Oh man. This reveal. Oh.
God, the sonar
Genius.
graphics are incredible. The way this is used in this film.
Jake, you might have to. I'm starting to think this might be a score for your record collection.
I mean, I have the scores on my score playlist on my phone. The popular ones from the trilogy.
Oh, so you don't want it on a vinyl?
No, I want everything on a vinyl, but this is just like when I drive in the car and stuff. I have Rise from Dark Knight Rises.
I know your
I have-
priority is Tron right now. That Tron vinyl.
Well, I don't know about that one just because it was just announced that there might actually be more songs that they never released for that album. I'm gonna lose my shit.
I love this. Dun, 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 dun.
See, this is an action sequence too.
Yes, this is an action sequence, Gio.
Oh God, so good. Talk about whiplash. Oh, okay. I will say right there, Jake.
See what I'm saying, right? He fights very mechanical. It's the only real real harp that I have with these movies, and it's through all of them.
There are some points where it's like, okay, but then there are some points where you're like, okay, like it took him like a while to just bring the hammer down.
I one of the main reasons why I love this scene so much though is because we have yet to see with Batman on screen, we have yet to see a character where it's shown the true intelligence we get from the Bat Detective in the comics, right? Like how smart he is.
I think that's what we're about to get.
We're gonna get that with Robert Pattinson. That's what they're going for. But what I'm saying is with this scene specifically, you can see the intelligence with how he deals with the hostages compared to the bad guys and the snipers. Like he has 3 different things going on in his head, and he figured out a plan within a heartbeat of how to do it. And we didn't get to see a lot of that, like the detective work, right? The intelligent part of it, figuring out a plan, getting out of a situation. There's not a lot of that going on in these movies, but when they do happen, they're a big, big bright spot. Like right here, tying them all together without them knowing and him having a plan.
I love how he just casually kicks him off.
But like this is my point. Like we don't see this kind of Batman a lot on screen. He is constantly and always, no matter who it is, the smartest person in the room. And there's not a lot of times where that's portrayed on screen.
Preach it, Jake.
He's not my favorite DC hero. He's up there, obviously. I think he's up there for every person. Batman's just Batman, but
who is your
for DC? Flash.
That's fair.
Flash and then Aquaman are my 2 favorite DC characters. As far as comic books go. I want to be able to see the true version of this character on screen. I really do think that Matt Reeves is going to be able to do that for us. Hopefully. It's a good point here too, though. It might be hard to do that in a trilogy of movies or a series of movies. TV series is always better for that type of stuff. But doing a Batman on TV might be hard.
Well, I think that they...
Patience, Rachel.
This Batman, I have a feeling they will not have a problem doing a lot of movies about because of that aspect. More than just like 1, 2, here's a cameo or something like that. Like they're going to explore this one.
I hope so. It just scares me because look what they did. I mean, they had a Superman who could play the character for 20, 30 years, and look what happened.
Yeah. This scene.
That's not a dig at all, Gio. So chill.
I didn't even hear you. I was watching the movie.
This scene gets me that the criminals are the ones doing the good work, but human, normal, free citizens are the ones you can't trust.
Who is the most underrated Robin or sidekick?
Oh, where'd he go?
Most underrated sidekick, Bucky.
No, I don't think Bucky's underrated now. And technically, he's not even a sidekick.
Wait, what do you mean by underrated? Like, isn't appreciated enough, right? Like,
yeah. Robin is
Hit
definitely not underrated. He's the most popular.
Hit Girl from Kick-Ass.
Hit Girl is very underrated. That's a great call.
Kick-Ass movies.
That is a really, really good call.
Yeah.
Man, underrated. Because you really have to think of a comic book in this, not so much the movies, because there's not really sidekicks in movies, right? I mean, if we're talking about Robin's, Nightwing is very. I mean, Nightwing a lot of the times isn't given enough credit like he should be.
Go.
God, such a great moment.
Every scene with this background music score.
I was gonna say this, Robert. Speedy is definitely one. I'm with you. Speedy is definitely a underrated sidekick. So he's asking for which Robin gets overlooked.
Oh, which Robin?
Um,
Live action or
I'll go back to it. Jason Todd, Red Hood, Jason Todd.
That one would definitely be interesting to see. Actor wise, though, I think what Rachel just said.
Yeah, I think he was a fun Robin for what they were going for. He did what they asked. I think he did exactly what he asked
The fact that he's laughing at himself
on his way down.
dying.
I'll say one more for the Robin port for Anthony. I think it would be really, really cool to one day see Damian Wayne on screen.
Yeah.
I think he's because he's such a different Robin compared to the typical Robin. I think that'd be really cool to see on screen one day. And they did it in an animated film, Son of Batman. There's 2 of those movies which are incredible. I'd love to see that in live action one day. I also love the fact that the camera is set so it looks like he's upright when he's not.
right?
Again, just filming perspective from Nolan here, just genius level.
Risk losing the battle for Gotham Soul. This one, you. You need an ace in the hole. Mine's hollow. I took Gotham's white knight and I brought him down See, madness, as you know, is right when all it takes is a little push.
Jesus, man.
I love the
Jesus.
line, "We're destined to do this forever," because that's literally Batman and him are literally for as long as Batman's around, no matter what.
If they ever continued the movies past the 3 of them, yes, this would have been the perfect set of movies to do Damian Wayne because Bruce already had a connection with the Al Ghul family. And that's how it all goes down, obviously. And so, I would absolutely agree that this would have been the perfect set of movies to do that.
Yeah, Anthony, literally, that's that's funny what you just said, and that's pretty much exactly what works. Yeah,
Yep. Especially after the 8-year gap of Rises and you extend it. Maybe even put a twist on the mythology and it's actually the son of Catwoman and Batman, which could be interesting because they end up together.
There you go. Yeah.
Might be a little spin on the Nolan verse. We didn't get enough of her in Rises, by the way, either.
who Catwoman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, it's Barbara Gordon.
You mean Oracle?
Yeah.
It's about what's fair. It's about what's fair. In an indecent time. In an indecent time.
Anthony, we'll get to your question after the movie. We're kind of like locked in right now.
I could never be Two-Faced because I suck at flipping coins. There's so many one-liners that get used
The villain line is the best.
in everyday quotes from just this movie. I love that of all scenes, this is the scene that shut us up. Anthony, I've been sitting here this whole time trying to think of who would win that fight, and I still don't know who it is.
Dude, this part right here, man.
The way this film ends is
Yeah.
just remarkable. The monologue over the top of the footage. A silent hero. The Dark Knight. I haven't gotten there yet, by the way. I'm just quoting it.
I love that those weren't even computer screens. They're literally just like hanging glass. Chloe just runs away like.
Batpod.
Bat cycle.
The Dark Knight. Oh, Dark Knight. Oh, so good.
And everyone in the theater cheered and like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, brilliant watch for the Dark Knight there. Wow, the music. Yeah, I mean Rachel here. The music at the end is just, I can through the credits, is incredible. Hans Zimmer killing it, just absolutely killing it with that score. Yeah, I mean, look, guys, I talked about it at the beginning. I haven't seen The Dark Knight in full in quite a while, and it continues to amaze me every time I watch this movie. So good. It's just brilliantly written, shot, everything. Of course, we have our quirks, but just what a film.
yeah, and especially watching it with other people, revisiting the movie 12 years later on the anniversary of its release week.
Mm-hmm.
It's still just as fun, just as edgy. Man, it's incredible. But what is that?
Thanks for joining us, Robert.
Hey, Robert, you the man.
Thanks, man.
I will say that I think I've decided, and I can't believe I'm picking this.
We'll by the way, Robert, if you're still on, we'll get you on one of these one day, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, do it. You, brother, whoever.
Yes, too. And yeah, I know you're going to this, Brian. Anthony's question. This has been up here for a while. He's been waiting for a little while here. If your guys' honest opinion, who would win in a fight? Batman, Moon Knight, or Black Panther?
Batman.
If it came down to sheer fight with no tech or any abilities, it's Batman. Batman would win, in my opinion. I don't know much about Moon Knight personally.
Moon Knight is a military trained assassin.
Yeah, for sure. But Batman was trained by the most secretive, high-evolving organization the planet has ever seen in this universe. So
yeah, I'm not going to disagree because I was going to say my pick would probably be Batman.
Yeah,
I was leaning towards Black Panther just because of the tech, but I think Batman would probably figure it away.
Yeah, if we're focused on like movie versions of this, it's hard to vote against someone like Black Panther with the suit ability. But if you're going in just pure combat style fighting, it would be Batman for sure.
Yeah.
Rich got a question for us here. So why have Batman take the blame? If they want to protect Harvey, they still have the Joker and various dead henchmen to blame. Gio, why don't you take this one first, man?
If they wanted various, well, because Batman is not really a man; he's a symbol, right? He can be whatever Gotham needs them to be, and at that time and point, they needed a fall guy, and yes, they still have the Joker and the various dead henchmen, and that actually leaves a plot hole, guys. Like, could Joker have exposed Harvey Dent, Two-Face, in those 8 years? I
Yeah,
didn't think about that.
I'm sure that's where I was going to say to this if it was asked me is because if they would have spun it to be on Joker, Joker would have been like, really? This is what really happened, and then that causes
Just thought
chaos.
about that for the first time in like 12 years.
So my thought behind this is that they had to pin Harvey's death on someone, and Joker wasn't there, obviously, right?
True.
And Joker's henchmen clearly weren't there as well. And the only person to blame for that is Batman, right? He was at the crime of the scene. Jim Gordon can attest to that. The cops and the dogs, and they were all there chasing Batman. So as far as taking the blame for Harvey's death, that makes sense. As far as Joker kind of spoiling the Harvey situation, I always saw Joker personally as the character that no matter it's very similar to Lex Luthor, right? No matter how much information they have, they appreciate and they respect the person they're going up against. And in this case, Joker has a massive respect for Batman, even though they hate each other, trying to go after each other. And no matter what they learn about each other, he's still going to hold on to because he knows that for life they're supposed to go up against one another. In my opinion, anyway, that's kind of the way I see it. So that's why I don't think Joker would spoil something or just blat it out like, hey, this is what really happened to Harvey. He's holding on to that information himself. And so I feel like that's just something he would probably hold on to because that's kind of how I personally see the character.
No, that's a good point, Jake. I actually agree with you on that.
That's fair.
Let's see. I don't know if this is a comment we can attest to, but I'm not sure. Was this the Batman movie that had the whole controversy with the shooter breaking into the theater? No, this was that was for Rises. That was for the sequel in 2012, and I got to say, I came out of the theater that night to that news, and it scared the daylights out of me.
Yeah, that totally just. Oh man,
my mom was blowing up my phone.
Yeah, I was sitting in the theater with my sister. We were at Blue Oaks in Rockland.
Yeah,
that's where we went, and we got out. We were driving home. It was like midnight because we went to like an 11 o'clock screening or something. So it probably was like 1 o'clock, 1:30.
Right.
And she was scrolling through her news on our way home, and she told me I was like shocked.
Yeah. That was the killer blow to midnight premieres.
Yeah.
Yep. Like actual midnight premieres.
And rightfully so. I mean, and rightfully so. Midnight screenings can be a little scary sometimes. You're late out at night and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a rough spot. So
yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. I think we got a couple more here we can touch on. I still think Gotham needed to save Batman as a protector, but oh well, they should have made up a new villain out of thin air.
Yeah. It was the Invisible Man.
They could have made Hush.
Oh,
ooh, yeah. Ooh. Okay. Honestly, I think it would be cool to not make Harvey a pure villain, make him an anti-hero, where they decide to have him in the Matt Reeves. Yeah, I mean, look, it's very possible.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know if we'll do a Two-Face in this series just because we've seen him twice before. I would love to see a movie where it's focused on Two-Face because the Harvey Dent version in this movie, it wasn't fully fleshed out, right? It was only for a small portion of the film, but done very well, might I add. I just don't think he'll touch that character for a while because we have seen him twice before.
It's funny, though, because if they are actually going, I'm sure it's very loosely, but if they're going off of the long Halloween, like he's one
we'll see a lot of them.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of them, and he was one of the characters. So it's kind of funny, but they can't literally put 12 Batman villains in one movie right off the bat on a brand new franchise.
Yeah.
So, oh, look, Jake, your show just popped up on my screen, Spartacus.
Last thing I want to say about The Dark Knight, this is very, very unlikely to happen, but I hope it does happen at some point in my lifetime where Christopher Nolan decides to allow the unseen footage of Heath Ledger's Joker, because there is more footage of his character to see the day of light in like some sort of documentary. One day down,
probably like a 20th, 40th, 30th.
20th. Yeah, it'll be a little while down the road. Give it. I mean, because it's still, even though it was 12 years ago, it still feels very close.
Yeah, when you guys said 08, I was like, oh, really? It was
Yeah, it still feels very close.
seems like it was like 12 or like
Mhm.
14.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Man.
All right, gentlemen. Well, if we got nothing else to say, we can get out of here after a 2-hour and 40-minute stream here on Apocaflix
This
now.
is our
for
longest
tonight.
one, yeah.
It is. Hey, but look, The Dark Knight deserves it. It's to many the greatest comic book film ever made. I'll say it's a top 3 comic book film for sure of all time in any universe. The film was brilliant. Christopher Nolan absolutely crushed it. And Gio, great pick on this one, and it was a definite winner, man. So good job.
Thank you.
I mean, we could have still gotten away with Harry Potter, but you know.
Maybe next time. But for now, guys, that is it for Apocaflix Now for night. For all of you that joined us the entire time, thank you so much for joining us for that long stream and watching the movie with us. That was an absolute blast. Had a great conversation. Yes, Robert, Rachel, Anthony's in there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today.
I meant
entire
those
stream.
they've been with you since Cinefanatics is.
Yeah, seriously. So that was an absolute blast. And as I mentioned earlier, you'll see the poll for our next watch along this upcoming week. It'll probably be after our Tuesday show, so look out for it on Monday on our YouTube channel. You can vote for it then. We'll figure out the details before then. But for now, for myself, Brian, and Gio, we are Apocaflix Movies, and this is Apocaflix Now. Make sure you guys are following us, not just on Twitter at Apocaflix Movies. Also, we're on Instagram. You can find us on audio as well, where all of our shows live on there. And all of our personal accounts are below in the description. So thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you guys next time.
Night.